Flying feels dangerous. You're in a metal tube at 35,000 feet, moving at nearly 900 kilometers per hour, with nothing underneath you for miles. Every bump feels like a warning. And yet flying is statistically the safest form of transportation ever created, not slightly safer, incomparably safer. Today we'll go through exactly why that's true, what makes aviation so different, and why the things that feel scary on a plane almost never matter. Start with the numbers. In 2023, over 4.5 billion passengers flew commercially. The number of fatal accidents involving large jets was 7. Your odds of dying on a commercial flight are roughly 1 in 11 million. Your odds in a car on any trip are about 1 in 101. You're about 100 times more likely to die on the drive to the airport than on the flight itself. This isn't recent. Aviation has gotten measurably safer every decade since the 1950s. In 1959, roughly 40 fatal accidents per million flights. By 2023, less than 0.2. The industry improved its safety record by a factor of roughly 265 years while growing to carry billions of passengers annually. This isn't luck. It's a specific, deliberate, deeply embedded safety culture that doesn't exist in any other transport at the same scale. The core principle is redundancy. Every critical system on a commercial aircraft has a backup. The backup has a hydraulic, electrical, navigation, communication, even the autopilot computers, all duplicated or triplicated, so no single failure causes catastrophe. Modern jets are certified to fly safely with one engine completely failed. They can glide for extraordinary distances without any engine power. In 1983, Air Canada Flight 143 ran out of fuel at 41,000 feet. The crew glided 17 minutes over 100 kilometers and landed safely. No fatalities. Aviation also uses fail-safe design. Systems fail into a safe condition, not a dangerous one. A jammed control surface defaults to a stable position. A landing gear that can't retract stays down rather than collapsing. The failure mode itself is designed, not left to chance. Here's what makes aviation unique. When something goes wrong, the entire global aviation system learns from it. Every accident triggers a mandatory independent investigation. Findings are published and shared with every airline, regulator, and manufacturer worldwide. This is the just culture model. Pilots and crew can report safety concerns and mistakes anonymously without fear of punishment. These reports get analyzed for patterns and used to identify problems before they become accidents. Aviation almost never has the same accident twice. Every crash has produced a change that made every subsequent flight safer. Compare that to road transport, where millions die every year. The same accidents repeat constantly with no equivalent global learning system. Since turbulence scares people most, it deserves a direct explanation. It's irregular air movement from jet streams, storms, or air over mountains. Here's what turbulence cannot do. Break the wings off. Aircraft wings are tested to flex far beyond anything in normal or severe turbulence. They're designed to bend, not snap, because rigidity would actually make them weaker. Turbulence hasn't caused a commercial crash in decades. What turbulence can do is injure passengers not wearing seatbelts, which is why the seatbelt sign exists and matters. The feeling of dropping during turbulence is usually worse than reality. What feels like hundreds of feet is typically a few meters of actual change. So the fear of flying and the actual risk are two of the most disconnected things in modern life. Every incident gets news coverage. The millions safe flights don't, but the numbers don't lie. Aviation is 65 years of compounding safety improvements, redundant engineering, and a culture that treats every near miss as worth fixing. The drive to the airport is the dangerous part.